complete Paratech MAXIFORCE airlifting bag system is comprised of 5 key components: the lifting bag or bags, the controller, the regulator, the hoses, and an air source. Paratech produces different-sized MAXIFORCE airlifting bags. The MAXIFORCE airlifting bag is a thin, strong, molded envelope made of neoprene, embedded with 3 full layers of aramid fiber reinforcement on each side. Each MAXIFORCE airlifting bag has a rated lifting capacity dependent on size. The airlifting bag comes in 2 different shapes, either square or rectangular.
Square bags offer the ability to stack bags on flat surfaces, while rectangular bags provide an effective lift against linear loads and when lifting on hills or inclines.
Paratech has developed pre-designed airlifting bag kits to assist the end user in selecting the most appropriate combination of airlifting bags. The Paratech MAXIFORCE airlifting bag system utilizes control equipment and components that play a critical role in successful lifting bag use. The system is operated through a controller that allows the operator to control the inflation rate of the airlifting bag. Paratech produces several types of controllers. The type of controller utilized in this video is the dual deadman controller, which features 2 dual-locking female quick connect coupling outlets, a single dual-locking female quick connect coupling inlet, 2 red deflation buttons, 2 green inflation buttons, 2 pressure gauges, a shoulder strap, and integrated pressure relief valves that are set to operate at 118 psi.
The shoulder strap should be rested on the shoulder, not put over the user's head.
Another component of the control equipment is the inline relief valve with shutoff, which features a dual-locking female quick connect outlet coupling, a male inlet fitting, a quarter-turn on-off safety valve, a spring-loaded relief set to operate at 135 psi.
Paratech recommends using the inline relief valve at the controller, not at the bag. The inline relief valve allows for removal of the hose from the controller without deflating the airlifting bag. This is necessary if the controller is to be used to inflate other airlifting bags.
Airflow into the airlifting bag is controlled by a pressure regulator, which features regulation from 5,500 to 135 psi, an airflow safety shutoff valve, a supply pressure gauge, a controlled delivery pressure gauge, a pressure adjusting knob, an integrated pressure relief valve, and a universal air source inlet fitting. Air delivery is facilitated by the hoses. Paratech offers several lengths of hose in 6 different colors. Each hose features a rated capacity of 300 psi. The field-serviceable Paratech quick connect coupling and male inlet fitting.
Paratech has developed pre-designed control packages to meet the specific needs of the end user.
Another important component to the total MAXIFORCE airlifting bag system is the air source. There are multiple air sources available to the end user.
For general safety, please consider the following. All personnel at the lift bag site must be properly trained and wearing proper PPE. Never exceed the maximum air pressure of the lift bag, 118 psi. Always use a Paratech controller to operate the airlifting bags. Do not handle hoses or airlift bags while in use. Do not connect or disconnect system components when the system is pressurized, except when disconnecting the inline relief valve in the off position from the controller. Never stack more than 2 lifting bags. Use standard cribbing practices during lifting operations. Lift an inch, crib an inch. Keep the area in front of the insertion point clear of personnel. Always stand on the opposite side of anticipated movement. Never use if contact temperatures exceed 220 degrees Fahrenheit. Maximize the lift bag surface contact to ensure lifting capacity by cribbing up to what you are going to lift. Inflate only until desired height or maximum pressure of 118 psi is achieved. Always secure and/or stabilize the load before lifting. The shoulder strap should be rested on the shoulder, not put over the user's head. Stand clear of hoses and do not walk on them.
Upon completing the assembly of the lift system is now operational and prepared to enter the second operational phase, inflation and maintenance of inflation. Depressing the up green button on the dual deadman controller will inflate the lifting bag. When lifting, you must crib as you lift.
The rule is, lift an inch, crib an inch by utilizing Paratech rescue struts or wood cribbing.
If this is a 2-bag lift, inflate the bottom, larger bag first until the top bag makes contact with the object. Then inflate the top bag to achieve the desired height. If the top bag is fully inflated and the desired lift is not reached, inflate the bottom bag further. Inflate slowly and only the necessary amount to achieve the height. Inflating slowly will minimize the risk of shifting. Once you have reached the desired lift, you can maintain the inflation or bag pressure by turning the inline relief valve to the off position. Be sure to take the pressure off that side of the controller before disconnecting. The rescuer can now disconnect the inline relief valve from the controller, freeing the controller to be utilized for another operation. Deflation of system is the third operational phase. If deflation is desired, while the bag is connected to the dual deadman controller, slowly depress the red down button. Deflate slowly to minimize the risk of load shift.
After the bag has been properly disconnected from the controller, full or partial deflation of the airbag can still be performed simply by opening the inline relief valve.
The final operational phase is disassembly of system. Do not disconnect any components while under pressure. Once airlifting bags are completely deflated, it is safe to disconnect the Paratech 3/8" hose. To disconnect the controller and regulator, start at the air supply. Turn the air supply off. Press the up and down buttons on the dual deadman controller to release any pressure left in the supply line and the controller. Check the gauges on the controller and the regulator. If they are at 0, you may disconnect the hoses from the controller and the regulator from the supply.